Look, the reason why I do this is 'cause this is what my face should look like. But it doesn't. It's a secret. Hi everybody, it's PJ and I have a new device to try and talk to you in my car. This one goes like, has these two little prongs and it goes into your heater duct thing. The only thing is I'm afraid if I use my heater while I do this, and I don't like how like I can see cars next to me. It's like freaking me out. I wish I had a better plan, but I don't. But I don't. Anyway, how are you guys? Hi. It's a beautiful morning. It's always a beautiful morning. I have to go and do payroll, and then I have to do stuff for the home show, because that's tomorrow. So I will be in Philadelphia tomorrow from 10 to 2 at the Philadelphia Home Show, 12th and Arch. Stop by and say hello to me. I'm raffling off a tractor for your lawn. Doesn't that sound special? Hi everybody, I think I fixed it. I doubled up on these things. I had these little things. Okay. So these things are like the things that you hang pictures up with, but they're thicker, okay? They're like thicker and they come like this. Well, when I had them yesterday, I just had one on the back of my phone and then I click it on there, right? To a position that isn't crazy, that doesn't make my car go crazy either, and you can see me, but it was like you could see me, but the angle was wrong. It was like a crazy angle, and I got to do that, and now you can see me, and my steering wheel is in here, and I'm like happy, yay! Back to car vlogs, because I love a car vlog. I know it's terrible, but back to car vlogs. Anyway, I got my shake. This is my neutral. This is my nutritional shake from Herbalife, and yep, this one is butter pecan, because that's what I like with ice cream and all that. Smells, everything is that buttery kind of smell. I'm not a real big like tutti frutti kind of girl. I like certain fruits. You know what's crazy? Like, I don't like blueberry muffins. I don't like blueberries. But, boy, put blueberries in one of these shakes. I love it. Anyway, because when I make them at home, I make it with, like, cookies and cream. And I'll use, because what you use to flavor it is the diet puddings. So I'll use a cheesecake diet pudding, a teaspoon of that, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And then the cookies and cream protein healthy meal stuff from Herbalife. Then I put a handful of spinach and a handful of blueberries. And oh, is that yummy. It's the best. And I have one of these in the morning, because before I wasn't drinking anything or eating anything in the morning, and like I guess my metabolism wouldn't like kick in, because I just wouldn't eat until like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then I would eat like everything in my kitchen because I hadn't eaten all day. All I did was drink coffee, which is really like bad, but that's how I like lived for, I don't know, 15 years. And so when I started with Herbalife, they're like, oh no, you have to have one first thing in the morning. So now I'm hooked. I have one every day. Big hair. So I'm thinking about getting a pig. I want a mini pig, a piglet. My son's friend has one, and and he did not heed the feeding instructions, and the thing weighs like 200 pounds now. So my son's like, you can't feed this thing. Like, if you do this, you have to keep it on a really small diet. Isn't that like cruel though? I mean, whatever. I have no body consciousness. If the pig wants to be a pig, let him be a pig. It's a pig. But anyway, I think it's just going to be so cute, this little porker thing. I got in touch with a breeder yesterday, and they only have one male left, and I really think I want a female, because like I have female dogs, and I'm a female, and I just like females. So, oh well. Maybe one day I'll find me a female. That'd be nice. I think I'm getting ready for love, but I don't think I could ever be with a man again. Like, I was with Jeff and my husband, and it's just time for a change. I think that I'm going to look on the other side, because, like, I could always do either. And I just think I'm a better husband than a wife. I am. So I think that, yeah, I'm going to like start on like the internet sites and start dating. But the only thing is like, how do I date and then tell them, oh, by the way, I have to go get my hip replaced, or I'm getting stem cell transplants for my hip? Like, who like deals with that in dates? Maybe I should wait until that's done. Like, oh yeah, you want to go on a date? Well, I have a walker. It's so ugly. Although I got a really pretty walker. It's like bright blue. It's like cobalt blue. And she's really pretty, and I named her Veronica, because I name everything. This is Lexi the bitch. I'm driving in Lexi the bitch, because she's just a bitch. And my last car was the HHR, and she was Witch Hazel, and everything has a name. I name them because I think they have an energy, and I love them. So, I'm a full of love kind of girl. But it's like crazy love. It's not like I'm not, and you know what? As much as I'm like whoa, hi, son. As much as I'm a full of love kind of girl, I'm like weird about public displays of affection. Like, I would hold Jeff's hand or something, but like, I didn't want him like mushing on me in front of people. I'm weird that way. Maybe I'm old. You're old. And then I was like, maybe I should wait until I get a facelift to start dating. But I think I'd rather them see me at my worst. Let them see all the like wrinkles and scars, and then, you know, because like otherwise they're gonna think you're this like perfect person at my age, and then, you know, God forbid I ever take my clothes off, they'll be like, the pain. At least if this matched the rest, they wouldn't be so horrifyingly shocked. And then I can go get a facelift, and it'll be okay. They'll be like, well, at least her face isn't that bad. It's terrible how you think, you know. I've said it before, like, you start feeling irrelevant because you're older, and people like, but you know what's crazy? You want to hear crazy, though? My girls are clueless about like so many things. Like, okay, for instance, my girls have never heard of a rock opera. I'm like, what? I don't get it. Like, I guess the new people that, like, the new generation, like, my kids all, like, know the words to Jesus Christ Superstar, because I played it when they were growing up. I would, like, play it. Things like that. I introduced them to a lot of different culture and art. I'm from Philly, you know? We tend to do that, Philly girls. But, not so much I don't know. I mean, I was from Philly, and there was a lot of culture, so I never, like, questioned that part of my life, and I made sure my kids knew a lot about stuff like that. Sciences I thought were important, like certain things. Okay, so I was in there, and somebody said something about being numb, and I was like, I started singing, like, Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. There is no pain, you are receding. Yeah, that. And they were looking at me like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, it's The Wall, the rock opera. It's from the rock opera The Wall. And they're like, what? And I'm like, seriously? You've never heard songs from The Wall? Oh my God. And then I'm like, what about like Tommy? Like The Who? Tommy? They're like, who? Like, oh my God. Tim Rice, all that stuff. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Gosh, you know, like I said, Jesus Christ Superstar hair. I saw all that stuff. Rent? What about Rent? Like, they know that song, some of them. It's a shame so much of it goes by way of time, because even when I was like going to rock operas, because I actually went and saw all the plays off Broadway. My dad was very into, you know, my whole family's a bit theatrical. Even then, I knew about the older ones, Guys and Dolls, and like The King and I, and all that. Like, I was a little girl in Philly at Playhouse in the Park watching Peter Pan. So, like, we had this, like, constant thing in our lives, and yet my girls have never even heard of it. So I asked Kimmy, because her husband has this thing where he can record like DVDs, because when I one year for Christmas I got everybody I knew The Secret. I bought The Secret, and then I had her husband make me a bunch of DVDs so I could give them out to everybody at work as presents, because like, who does, you have to, if you haven't watched The Secret, crazy. Wait, 2 movies you got to watch in your life. One is The Secret, and one is What the blank 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 do we know about it anyway? Amazing movies that'll open up your eyes to an entire other worldly kind of stuff, okay? That's real. It's like real stuff. So there's 2 things. But I was really sad that none of my girls like ever heard of rock operas. Like, am I dark? Is this like just dark? No, it's just a reflection. It's a reflection. Yeah, so I asked Kimmy, like, if I get you a couple DVDs, will you make copies of them for me so I can give them out again? And she's like, what the hell is it this time? But yeah, because I'm going to make copies of Tommy, and I'm going to make copies of Jesus Christ Superstar, and I'm going to make copies of The Wall, which I think are, at least my generation's, like, really best stuff, you know? It's like amazing stuff, and I feel like they're missing out, and they shouldn't. Same with like movies, certain movies that I think everybody should watch one time in their life. My favorite movie of all time is Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, which is an old movie, but oh my God, it's like a psych thing, and I love anything that's psych. I need to do my roots. It's terrible. Anyway, all right, guys. That was all I had to say for the morning, other than, yay, look, you're with me. Love you. Bye. Oh, if you'd like to follow me down the rabbit hole that is my life, hit the button down below and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like these kind of videos, a thumbs down if you don't like me in the car. Just let me know. Either way, gotcha watching me. Manifest something wonderful in your life. If you know it, think it, believe it, you can have it too. I believe that with all my heart. Go watch The Secret. You'll see why. This is my cool ass sweater. I love it so much, so much, so much. It's just like so warm and snuggly, and to my ankles, I'm like in love. It is a keeper. God, I have to do the show tomorrow. My roots are horrible. I gotta go get my roots done. Like, I wonder, I'll just do it myself. I'll just buy the cheapest shit and throw it on there. That's why my hair breaks, I think.